Hey, what's up? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about, the background and the race of indigenous people. Because the reason I want to speak about this is because I've noticed that there's a lot of ignorant Europeans out there, and they want to make it obviously sound what they say is true, when obviously they don't know nothing. They don't even know their own history back in their own continent. So I want to clarify these things, because these people love to work overtime in making people believe that they're not indigenous, or that they are obviously the superior race. This is why they continue on working overtime and making other people believe that Native Americans and Mexicans are not the same. Now, here we go. Let's start. First, when the Europeans arrived here, all right, I think it's very clear to say, right, that the first people that were here were obviously Native Americans, right? They were indigenous people, okay? Now, when the first wave of immigrants of white Europeans came, okay, obviously, for those who know history, know that at first, white European people, right, they enslaved the indigenous people, okay? After the indigenous people were pretty much exterminated because of all the filthy, dirty diseases that they brought and the killing spree that they brought as well, obviously, right, indigenous people were pretty much extinct, okay? 95% of our community was extinct, okay? Now, the 5% that was obviously left alive, right, they either became slaves, which they were, or they were free, okay? Which was little. Now, at the end of the day, there were a few that were not raped, okay, by the Spaniards, which they are Europeans as well, okay? So, the majority of them, of the 5% that was still roaming in the land, they were either raped or murdered, or they ran or escaped or whatever. Now, years pass by. Obviously, when you rape someone without your consent, it's rape, okay? Now, the people that were obviously, right, born from rape by Europeans, right, obviously they lost their identity from being 100% indigenous, okay? Because now they're mestizos. They're mixed-blooded by the Spaniards, okay? Now, all right? At the end of the day, okay, when people say that full Native Americans and Mexicans are different, that's not the fucking truth. That is so stupid, okay? Because at the end of the day, okay, it's not the Mexicans' fault or the indigenous fault that we had these demonic fucking immigrants coming over here and raping our people, okay? It would be understandable if it would have been, another group of people like the Chinese or the black people, and, from there, you yourself, right? You would have left your own land, right? And you would be getting raped in other parts of land or in other countries. Then you could say that you are mixed race, okay? But at the end of the day, that's not the case here. The case is that you have Europeans coming over here and raping people in their own land, okay? That's the difference. And the difference is that at the end of the day, if it wasn't for the Spaniards not arriving, those Mexicans would have been 100% indigenous, okay? But because you people came interrupting the door, you people mixed our people now, okay? But at the end of the day, when people say that Mexicans and Native Americans are different race, you people are fucking idiots, because they're not, okay? The only thing is that there's some that weren't raped, and there's others that were, okay? But at the end of the day, they're the same group of fucking people, okay? Now, I know people say, oh, the Mexicans would attack the Native Americans. Or why were they killing one another? You fucking idiots. You motherfuckers are the ones to speak. Do you guys really want to use that as your, to back up your theory of whatever the fuck you believe? Motherfucker, look what you people did. You guys slaughtered 95% of them. You think you guys are more humane or more moral or more decent? Motherfuckers, before you people came to America, you people were slaughtering one another back in Europe. Okay, if you guys want to look at that perspective, well, we need to look at it all throughout the whole world's perspective, right? Because you guys are not from America. You guys were from Europe. You guys are from Europe. So at the end of the day, let's look at it that's perspective as well. Not just, don't look at it my perspective. Let's look at your perspective as well. What were Europeans doing back at that time before they came to America? What were they doing in their own homeland? Well, they were murdering. Racism was with one another. The French didn't accept the Germans. The Germans didn't accept the Englands, Italians, all of that. You guys were racist upon one another, and your streets were full of filthy, dirty, disgusting shit stains and diseases, and you people never bathe. okay? And you people were infected with diseases, and you guys were going through the Black Death yourselves in your own damn country, and a lot of you were fucking slaves as well, okay? So, what the fuck does that have to do? Now what? What do you people have to tell me? You guys want to say you guys brought civilization to America? Motherfuckers, you guys didn't even have a civilization. Your civilization was full of shit, okay? How the fuck is it that you people who have the most disgusting, dirtiest fucking continent at that time, how in the fuck is it that you people are going to bring any type of civilization to America? You guys are not. You guys are dirty. You guys were filthy. You guys are not going to bring nothing good to the table. The only thing you people brought to the table is racism and hate. That's all you people brought to the table. So at the end of the day, no, Mexicans and Native Americans are not different. They're the same. Remember, the border wall was created. It's not something that's always been there. It was created, okay? And two, let's remember, before Mexico lost the land to America, the same Native Americans that were in those states right now, like Arizona, California, Texas, back then when it was called Mexico, what would you refer back then, the Native Americans? What would you call them? Mexicans then? I mean, you people are fucking idiots, man. Plain and simple.